Happy New Year's, Postman, LiveOffBeats.com. It's a special time of year because the new year, the beginning of the year, that's when you can really set yourself up for the entire year, what you're going to be doing, what goals you're going to reach, how far you're going to stretch yourself, where you're going to get to the next level in certain areas of your life. And as a music producer, I'm assuming you probably want to get to the next level in your music production business because we're producers. We want to know how we can express ourselves at a higher level musically and how we can get it out there to the people, to the artists, at higher levels. That means sell more beats, that means get higher paying clients, produce more hit records, whatever the case may be for you. Maybe get on more television, film, just expanding your music production business and your music reach. And I'm going to tell you how to do some of those things in this video. I got a very special surprise for you as well, totally free. You can go check it out, but before I give you that, I want you to really quickly, I want you to motivate you and inspire you for the new year and give you something that may be a gift for the new year. Now, you gotta set your goals high, set your vision high for this year. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Say, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go for this, and then you have to understand, you have to go for it. You have to take what you say you want to do and give it everything you got. That means you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Sacrifices is not a negative word, it's a positive word. It means you're going to stop doing things that you were doing before that were getting you lower results and do higher level things. And that means wasting time. Now, we all going to waste time every day doing things that are non-productive. We're going to do that, but can we minimize it? If you watch 5 hours of TV, watch 3 hours, and then use that other 2 hours to try to further your music production career. Or if you do X, Y, and Z, and it's taking up this amount of hours and it's not really productive, you can cut that out. Foolishness, you can start cutting some of that stuff out, and then again, this will help you start to get to your next level a lot faster. And let's say you want to sell more beats. Well, the important thing that you always got to remember is you got to do new things for new results to happen. If you do the same shit that you did last year the same way, then you're going to get the same results this year. And first of all, excuse me, there's some white shit in my mouth. You probably like, this motherfucker got some white shit all on his mouth. I'm drinking my breakfast, my protein shake for breakfast. So that's what it is. I'm sorry. I don't be like, oh, he got Ashley, Larry, Ashley, all the jokes and stuff. You know, my lips maybe a little white. I tried to get them off before I got on camera, but I was just like, man, let me just make sure, you know, bless the people. But, you know, that's what that is. So don't be all up on my grill, man. Just, you know, so I got my Ensure protein shake. But, that's right, that was off subject. Back to what I was saying. You got to do things different in order to get different results. And what I find is that a lot of times we get stuck, especially me. I get stuck in my ways. Like, I'm doing something a certain way, even though I'm getting a certain result, I'm just comfortable doing it that way. So in your music production business, you got to use new strategies. You got to do new things, you know, because a lot of times you stay in this bubble. I remember talking to a brother yesterday, and he's a very good-hearted dude, you know what I'm saying, and somebody that I care about. But what happened was, he just had so many excuses, and that's what I want to, you know, really touch on. You know, some excuses why I can't start now. You know, he had some challenges in his life, and some very real challenges, you know, not just, you know, bullshit like most people. I mean, he had some real things that he has to deal with. But even then, it's like those are used as excuses. We use challenges in our lives as excuses why we can't do something and why we won't start something, and then we just keep drudging along, right? So what excuses were you using in 2015 and why you didn't take your music production business to the level you wanted to take it? Were you blaming other people? Were you blaming, you know, Postman for not putting out enough information for you? Were you blaming, you know, your parents? You blaming your girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife? Or blaming society, blaming the world? Who are you blaming, or what excuse are you making on why you didn't achieve level of success, or why you're not achieving level of success you want to achieve? And this year, you have to achieve what you want to achieve. You have to get to that next level, and the way to do that is to do different things and stop making excuses. You just got to go do the shit, man. And that's just bottom line. Like, I'm trying to dance around a little bit, you know, I don't like to do that. It just, bottom line is, you got to stop bullshit and stop being a little bitch and stop making excuses, and challenges come up, you start crying and shit and telling about why you can't do something. You know, I'll be getting emails like that. But also, the crazy thing about last year, I got a lot of testimonials last year. We got a lot of testimonials from producers in the community that said that they have really started seeing results. Some producers, my favorite, now I got some producers who make, you know, they're like, yo, I'm making thousands of dollars now. But it's funny because my favorite, like the ones that excite me the most, is that producer who's like, yo man, I've got my first beat sale. Like, I wasn't spit, man, I'm tripping today. But anyway, I got my first beat sale or I got my first couple beat sales before Live Off Beats. I didn't sell anything, and now I just, for some reason, I love that because I feel like that's a breakthrough moment. You know what I mean? Because prior to that, you know, it's like a whole new world opens up when you start making your first couple beat sales. If you remember when you made your first couple beat sales online, that's, you know, it's weird because prior to that, it's like nothing's working, they're struggling, and then they get the Live Off Beats courses and they make their first couple beats, and like, yo, I'm making money, like, yo, and they're so inspired because now the possibility clicks. Prior to that, it was only like a fantasy and they wasn't sure. Then when them sales come in, it's so excited, even if it's just for 50 bucks, 100 bucks, you know, no, it's not breaking the bank, no, it's not, you know, letting them buy their dream home, but it's just now the vision has been solidified. And so you got to make sure your vision stays solidified, and you have to stop making excuses. No more excuses this year. You gotta just go for it. You gotta do it. And I want to lie to you. I want to and be like, yo, this shit gonna be easy. It's gonna be, some things are gonna be hard. Some habits is gonna be hard to change. Some habits are easy to change for you, and some are hard for others. Just like some people can stop drinking, they can drink alcohol, and then it's easy for them to stop. And there's other people who, I mean, shit, they take a drink of alcohol, they got to go through rehab and all kind of shit to stop. So we can't really base it off other people. For you, it may be some habits that are harder to change than others. Maybe sleeping all goddamn day. Maybe a habit that you have to change because you're missing hours that you could be productive. No excuses about you. I want to say this. I got a couple emails this year. You know, most of the emails were about producers being successful, but I get a couple, and I want to address this so that way if this is in your realm, like you see yourself doing this, you can then become aware and change your thinking, and so you can change your reality. You know, the excuse of, man, I work, you know, all day and I don't have time. You know, everybody has time. Time don't change for nobody. We all got the same amount of time, so that's not true. What you're really saying is you just don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough, because if you want something bad enough, you're gonna find time. You don't want it bad enough, and that's the problem. You kind of want a little bit. It'd be cool if I had this, but Napoleon Hill talks about Think and Grow Rich, that burning desire. And until a person has a burn, until you get that burning desire, then you ain't finna do shit. You gonna make excuses. You understand what I'm saying? So I got producers. They tell me about how they ain't got no money and they ain't got this. So you tell me about what you ain't got. Tell me what you do got. What you ain't got don't matter because you ain't got it. So what the fuck we talking about it for? Tell me what you do got, what resources you can use, and how you can utilize them in order to build your music production business and get to the next level. That's the type of thinking. So when I start saying mindset is important, people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm saying you got to think about your mind. I don't need what mindset. What that mean? Because you think like a broke, poverty and stricken poor motherfucker. So that's why you do that way. So you got to change that first. How you gonna be successful when you think about what you ain't got? That's the first thing I look for, is when somebody emails me, they telling me, oh, and then there's the other thing. If you don't need anybody's help. What you need is information and strategies in order to get you to, that you can use, that works in order to build your music production business and get to the next level. What I mean by that is you don't need nobody to hold your hand and guide you. You know what I'm saying? I get emails sometimes from guys, grown ass fucking men, first of all, telling Postman, can you please just help me? Can you just spend all your time for free? I don't have any money. Could you just work with me personally and get me to the next level? Fuck no. Why would I do that? Somebody who's already crying, complaining, then you don't want to pay nothing, you want to do it for free? You know what I'm saying? That's a mentality thing. Talking about, can I just help them for free like they deserve somebody's help just because they on the planet and God put me on the planet to help your motherfucking sorry ass? No. You got to get up and do this shit yourself, because nobody else can help you with your crazy ass mentality. No, you got to help yourself. Change the way you think. Only look for what you got. Don't look for what you don't got, because you ain't got it. I don't got a motherfucking jet, so I can be like, yo man, I can't do this because I ain't got a jet. What the fuck does that mean? What do I got? Well, I got some couple dollars. I got a couple businesses. I got some equipment that I could use to make things. I can create music that's valuable. I can create value. I know a lot of things. I know information. I can sell my information, package that. I can meet people. I'm good with network. You know what I'm saying? I look at what I do got and what I can do and utilize those. Most people don't even look at what they got and fully utilize the resources and opportunities that's right in front of them. So if you're doing that, you got to look and see where you don't say, you know what, I'm not doing that, because you are doing that. We all doing it. Everything I say about other people, I'm doing it in some capacity. It's human nature. And everybody I know doing it. But the people who get on and make achievements and go on with their lives and live and reach their goals and get to the next level are the ones that realize they doing it and say, okay, let me stop that. I got to get over my fear, get over my bullshit, and just say, let me get here. What are the habits I need to cultivate? What is the strategy I need to use? What do I got to give up? What bullshit do I got to stop? And what do I got to start doing and putting my focus and energy towards? Whatever you focus on, what I know for a fact is whatever you focus on, you're going to attract. Whatever you focus on, you're going to grow. Whatever you apply, you're going to motherfucking start to see results. That's just the way it is. Like, it works for everybody. So when somebody tells me they're not getting results, I say, well, you're not applying certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. And it's not always your fault. You just don't know. But it's your fault for not going and seeking out the information and paying whatever it costs. That's the difference between me. I'm a boss. Pay the cost to be the boss. So what that means is I don't give a damn. I expect people to charge me for shit, and I'm going to go spend money on my education. If I see a course, and this happens, it's $1,000 in marketing, I say, well, I need that information. I'm going to spend that $1,000. I don't think twice, because I know that information in my mind and applied is more valuable than that $1,000, because that's going to pay me year in and year out. That's going to pay me possibly for the rest of my life. Some of the courses I bought have paid me hundreds of thousands of dollars because I used the information and made so much money. And so that's the key, is the information that I'm learning is going to pay me over and over again, but I don't got to pay this course one time. And so that's what I'm saying. Like if you haven't even educated yourself, then you're a goddamn fool. But I know you have, because you wouldn't watch this video. You're on Live Off Beats because you're educating yourself. So you got that part down. So now it's just about really narrowing down and honing in. Okay, this is what I want to accomplish this year. Make it simple. Don't start making a whole bunch of shit, because you ain't gonna focus on none of it. Say, this is the one thing area of my life I want to get to the next level, and then everything you do this year has to be geared towards going there. I don't gonna hear no excuse about no family you got. I got kids. Man, I got partners that got kids, that got families, that got full-time gigs, and they still find a way to put that work in and get results. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear all that shit. You know what I'm saying? What I want to hear is, you know what? I applied what you said. I was motivated when you put that video up, and I just started really going to work, and I started seeing all these fucking results, because that's what it's about. Mindset first. That's always the first step, is always mindset. Everything you do, mindset is always the first step, not the only step. It don't mean you just sit there and do your mindset and don't apply no physical marketing strategies, but it's always the first step. You understand? The first step is always, okay, I got to change the way I'm thinking. The second step is always changing what I'm doing. But the first is what I'm thinking, how I'm thinking about this. The second is what I'm doing. And change what you're doing, you have to get new strategies. That's the key. So to change what you're doing, thinking first, and then to change what you're doing just means you need new strategies. Because a lot of times you may be thinking positive, you may have a good mindset, but you don't have the strategies in order to apply that's going to get the results you're looking for. Prime example. Here's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Let's say you got a good mindset, like, okay, I'm ready to do this. Okay, I'm ready to do this, and then you applying strategies that don't work. The only thing you know how to do is go on Facebook and spam people and say, can you listen to my beats? That's not an effective strategy to build your music production business. But that's all you know how to do. You understand what I'm saying? So you gung-ho, you doing, but you're doing the wrong things. You're doing old strategies that never worked, spamming people on Facebook, spamming YouTube, spamming comments, and then you come back and say, hey man, it's not working, man, I'm not making any money, and you tired because you did all that work, because that's not the right strategy. So you have to get the right strategy, and usually you know right strategy because they generally work pretty easily. Like, they work. Like, once you put them in, they start working. It's easy. Like, it's simple. You know what I mean? Like, but once the stuff that don't work generally is always the hardest stuff, right? I mean, going and finding Facebook posts to spam and shit and type all that, that's a lot of work. That's hard stuff. You know, a good strategy generally is simple. It generally is easy, and I mean, it's once it's going, it's easy. Maybe not putting it and setting it up is easy, but once it's set up, it's easy. Like, you don't have to. It doesn't take a whole lot to maintain it, because it's pretty much running itself. That's generally what a good strategy is. A bad strategy is something that is hard to. It may be easy to set up, but it's hard to keep that motherfucker going. And trust me, it's hard to keep spamming and trying to keep doing manual stuff to get traffic and all that stuff. So, anyways, put together a video and an audio. The video is actually free. It's about 7 strategies to take your music production to the next level, and that's very important for this year because you want to do new strategy. You may have really worked on your mindset. You say, okay, my mindset, I'm ready, like I'm motivated, I know I'm positive, I see it. Now we have to give you some strategies so you can actually apply these strategies and get to the next level. So how do you do that? Well, I put together 7 strategies that's going to take you to the next level. Now these 7 strategies, if you apply just 2, like if you're making $1,000 a month with your beat sales and you say, okay, I'm trying to get to 3 or 4, just 2 of these strategies will get you there like that. So imagine now I give you 7 full strategies that you can use, and again, some of these strategies are things you're doing now that's a mistake. You may be making a mistake that's killing your beat sales, that's killing your music production business. You don't even know it, and it's a mistake I find 99.9% of producers make. In fact, I was just talking to a producer the other day, somebody that I coach, and he was making the same mistake. I said, this is the mistake you're making. This is why you're frustrated, because you're making this mistake. Yeah, you may be getting some beat sales, but you're not getting the sales and the money that you want to get. Also, some of these strategies, it's also about how to get your clients to pay you more. Yeah, that's one of the things. So if you're getting paid $50 a beat and you got one client, you need to have that client instead of paying $50, you need that client to pay you $300. How you do that? It may not be raising your prices, it may be, but there's some strategies you can use that actually work, that works for everybody, that if you apply them. So I put the link to the page with the video on it down in the YouTube thing, so you just click that link. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, which you should be, just go in the description box and click the link, and it'll take you to where you're trying to go. It'll take you to the free video, which will give you 7 strategies and all that stuff. I also give you opportunity to get the teleseminar, put it in audio form or whatever, so you can get that. But again, this is the new year. You gotta see this, just tunnel vision. Gotta focus. So I want you to the next level. You just gotta focus on that. This is the things that I'm gonna achieve this year. I'm not setting a bunch of bullshit goals, you know, New Year's resolution. I'm just saying this is what I'm going to achieve this year. This is the level I'm going to get to in this area of my life. And generally, it's probably music production business, because that's what you want to grow. And you just got to kick ass right now. Just go kick ass, take names, apply new strategies, do new things, and you're going to see the results. And you can't help but get results. You understand? You can't help it. You can't help but get great results if you do the right things and the right strategies. So one of the things I want you to do is click down there. I believe the link is liveoffbeats.com/7strategies.html. So liveoffbeats.com/7strategies.html, and what that'll do is let you see the video to give you 7 strategies of taking your music production level to the next level, to blow up your music production level, to skyrocket your music production business. And you can't do it. You just got to take it to the next level. No more excuses of why you can't do it, what you don't got, the resources you don't have. What resources do you have? Let's start using those, because if you start focusing on the resources you have, your resources expand, you get more resources, money start coming in, all the things that you thought you didn't have, you look up and you'll have it. But he who has, I think it's a scripture that says, he who has everything, more shall be given, but he who has nothing, even that which he has shall be taken away. That's called wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? So there's knowledge, there's strategies, and then there's wisdom. That's wisdom. That's a truth. So all that means, you know what I'm saying, when you translate that into modern times, a lot of times people get stuck in old times. That's just a saying that means basically exactly what I just told you. He who has everything, more shall be given, which just means that he who focuses on what he got, say, I got enough to get started and do what I need to do, more shall be given. So that means you'll start to find more resources. You'll utilize those resources, whether it be money, whether it be music, and then you'll start to get more resources. More shall be given. You'll get more resources because you're selling your beats, more money's coming in, utilizing what you have, leveraging that and bringing more back in, because you'll be selling more. You'll be using the resources you do have in order to attract more. You'll start to network. Who do you know that you can help you to the next level? What do you need? So you'll start to leverage what you got. And so that's a truth. He who has nothing, even that which he had shall be taken away. What does that mean? Now that's wisdom. We're not trying to get too out there woo woo and mystical. We're talking wisdom and truth. So he who has nothing, so when you say I ain't got nothing, man, even that which you have. So first of all, that implies what? That you did have something, because you said you don't have nothing, but it's saying even that which you have shall be taken away. What's that mean? So when you ain't looking at what you do have to utilize those resources, the shit that you do have, because you focused on what you don't got, even that shit gonna go away. You're gonna lose your apartment, you're gonna lose your car, you're gonna lose your studio, you're gonna lose all that because you ain't bringing in the money. And you ain't bringing in the money because you focused on what you don't got. So it's just real basic, man. That's just focus on what you got and the resources you can utilize, get to the next level. I'm not talking nothing mystical. This ain't nothing magical. This ain't magical thinking and shit is magic happening, poof poof. Now, do I believe in energy and law of attraction and all those things? Of course. I know they exist, but I don't want you to become too woo-woo, and stay practical. Understand laws do exist. So focus. What you focus on, you expand. That's just a law. So focus on the resources you have, and they'll start to expand, because you'll do the things to expand them. Do you understand? And you'll start to attract things as well that help you expand your resources. So that's all I'm saying. So focus on these strategies. Go get this goddamn, go look at the video. It's free. The video's free. 7 strategies taking music production business to the next level. And if you won't even do that, then you know you've been bullshitting this whole time and you ain't finna do shit. So you just know that. So just ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not dogging you, but just know that's what it is. Know that in 2016 your music production gonna be at the same goddamn level or worse. Just, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not saying you a bad person. I'm saying just know that you a bullshitting motherfucker, and that's all you gonna do. You gonna talk all that shit to people. In 2016, you gonna be the same at the same place. Your music production ain't went nowhere. You've been the same with them because you won't do what it takes. So if you are, if that's not you, which I don't think that's you, go over, click that link, and go watch that video and get some strategies. Apply those strategies this year. Watch where you're gonna be in 2016. You're gonna be in the best position in life. I know you're gonna do it because I know you can do it. I already seen so many. I've helped thousands of producers, thousands, not tens, not 10 producers, not 100, but thousands, tens of thousands of producers have been touched by my information, my products, and I get hundreds of testimonials every month. Hundreds and hundreds of testimonials just come in constantly, and that's not even counting the comments from YouTube and Facebook. You know, if that case, it'll be thousands of testimonials, but actual legitimate testimonials where people like, yo, this is the result I've got. I get tons of those because it works. It works. It works. Okay, it works. So I holler at you. 2015 is going to be your best year. I'm going to put my foot in your ass. It's going to be your best year. Let's get it. 2015, 2016 is going to be the year you get to reap all the benefits and kick back, because you look and you saw how far you came in 2015. You're going to celebrate. Now let's do this, y'all. LiveOffBeats.com. It's Postman checking out. I got a little older. Forget the white shit on my lip, man. You know, like I said, I'm drinking this protein shake. So don't get on me too hard about the white around my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's just this protein shake. Y'all see that I'm being real about that, man. So, you know, don't get on me too hard about that. But all right, man. Love y'all. Catch you later to the next video. Peace.